Okay, now we're looking at the alligator. This is the alligator here, and this is the alligator down here in histogram form, so we can line up the and compare the different filters. The alligator, when the lime is above the red and the red is above the blue, it's supposed to be an uptrend. When the blue is above the red and the red is above the lime, it's supposed to be a downtrend. Now, of course, the colors change. You know, your colors might be different than mine, but on this chart here, that's the colors. So down here, because they're all in the proper order, it's blue. Here, see where it's red? It's because they're all in the proper order. Here it's black. That's because the lime jumped above the red right there. Now I know I have this zoomed out, but I have it zoomed out for a reason. Might be hard to see, but there's a reason for this. Here it's black. That's because, again, the lime jumped above the red right there. It's hard to see, but it did. Okay, so let's hit this now. The alligator, and I know this from using it all these years, it's not going to do as well compared. It might do good in its own little world, but when compared to something like raghee Horner's wave, it's not going to do as well. The reason is because it's shifted. It's shifted to the right. What that does, that makes you late getting in and late getting out. So the earlier trades, which quite often will be the one that really make the most, you're going to miss those. The last trades, which is the ones that usually lose, they're going to be exaggerated. And that's why you can have so many winning trades in a row. If you get in, all these back here, you could see if you had 500 back here, they'd all be winners. But if these last few up here, no telling how many you might have, 2, 3, 5, 10, those are going to lose in the trend change. That's the way it works. That's why you'll have a long string of winners sometimes. And then once it turns, hey, you're shot. Okay, here we go. I've got it lined up just like before. This time it's lined up right here and right here. Let's drop down to the daily. 3 ups, 996, which is probably the same thing as before, maybe 906 or something. I don't know what it was before, but anyway, it's 3 and that amount. Price might have changed some since then. Okay, let's look. Let me see. Let's look at the 4-hour. 23 and 7,500. All right. Now, let me go back to the week, because this is really why I've got this moved out so far. Okay, I'm going to move this. Now, I'm not going to have enough 4 hours, but if the 4 hours would just be terrible as far as being worse. Okay, now I'm lined up on the alligator down here. And I'm lined up, see it, right there, when it changes right there. Okay, so let's go to the daily now. And you could see, here's the raghee Horners. You could see, you're like, well, that's about 5 weeks there, late. It's about 5 weeks there, late getting out. That's a lot of movement. This right here is movement that you needed. This right here is the movement you really needed that you didn't get. This right here is at the end of the trend, which is movement you didn't need that you did get. So let's look at it. And remember, we were buying. 5 up, it lost 1,837 pips. Okay, let's go back to the weekly. Now, let's move to Raghee Horner's wave. Okay. Right there. And let's move to right here. Now let's see what we got. 5 up and 7. That's bound to be 740. Yeah, 744 pips. I moved that blue line, green line this time just so I could make sure there wasn't a 1 under it. And that's a daily. Now I don't have enough. This is 2017. I don't have enough 4-hour data to move back there, but the 4-hour would be massive as far as that. So getting back to it, alligator lost money, even though the alligator using the QQE as the signal. The alligator itself was the trend. It actually lost money, and the Raghee Horner made some. Now it's on the daily chart. You don't have nearly as many trades on the daily, and that's one reason why I like to drop down to the smaller time frames, because you'll have more trades. And I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, if you actually wanted to maximize everything, you'd put buy stops every single pip all the way up. I mean, just buy stop, you know, just 1 pip apart, 2 pips apart or something. I mean, that might be a foolish kind of thought, but at least you would be getting in every possible, you know, trade. In that case, your signal would be the next pip. But true signals like the QQE or fractals or awesome oscillator, something like that, probably will work better because they will keep the number of trades down to a manageable number. But anyway, so at least in my mind, the alligator is on the back burner. And you know, and of course I knew that, and it's because I don't remember if I said it before, but it's because it's shifted. If it wasn't shifted, it would be back here. Let's remove the shift on these things. Let's see here, 0, and that's not. This is the way it's coded too. That's the way Bill Williams coded it. Shifted it. Remove the shift. Okay, now see, look, now they're back here with the well, they're not back there with that, but it's still better. It would be right there. I mean, that's still what, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 weeks earlier than it was, and here, you know what? Actually, probably that right there would be the break, and here. It's 1, 2, 3 weeks earlier getting out, so that would for sure be better daily. Yeah, see, 5, you only lost 38 pips. It's, you know, you still lost, but it's better. I can't remember what it lost before, something 700 or something, I don't remember. But anyway, that's the alligator, and for me, I'd just put that down as a no-show and keep looking, and that's enough of that.